Well, gremlins, it's Evermay, and boy, do I have a story for you. So, if you're not caught up, I recommend listening to the other podcast that is called The End of a Chapter, because that is part 1. Little did I know when I recorded part 1 that there was going to be a part 2. But my family, being AOH, not my birth family, but my AOH family, and the universe has a gremlin sense of humor and decided to throw a big wrench in the plan. But after, and I stress this completely as much as I can, after the fact that I wrote a letter to VK quitting. I cried the entire time I was writing it. I was scared I would lose a really good friend and he would be mad at me. And so I was stress crying like you would not believe while I'm trying to write this warm but serious message of I'm leaving. And I had already talked to Marie, told Marie that I was leaving. Marie was very, okay, if this is what you need to do, then I support you, but, we're still going to be friends and still going to record. And I'm like, yeah. Thank God, because that's what I want. And then when VK responded, he also was supportive, and he said, we're still going to be friends. Don't you worry. But he was supportive of my decision too. Then comes another person who, God, I love her soul. I love her to pieces. But she has a really direct sense of communication, I guess is the best way to put it. So she is very blunt. She doesn't, beat around the bush at all. And at one point I asked her, I said, I don't understand. Are you trying to convince me to not be diplomat, or are you trying to convince me to stay? Because you're doing it both and I wanted to say poorly, but I didn't. I was trying to not ruffle feathers and just get through the conversation. And then she's like, well, you need to realize your mistakes and, blah, blah, blah. And also, I don't want you to leave. You need to stay. And so I said, you gave me food for thought. I'm not perfect. I'm a human. I make mistakes. I fuck up. And if you think I fucked up, then sorry I fucked up. I don't think I fucked up. I think people don't understand what happens behind the scenes necessarily, especially when it comes to making the R5 decisions and the diplomat decisions. And so I don't always get the chance to be like, hey, this is a situation, we can pause. Most of the time it's, hey, you have 30 minutes and then we have to deal with the situation. I'm like, ooh, 30 minutes, what can I do? How do I notify everybody? What can I process for you? Because that's essentially what happens. And so they don't understand that time crunch and that pressure of it. And so, but they want me to stay. Marie and VK, even my other sweetheart, I love her to pieces. I have to come up with a nickname for her, but and her all want me to stay. Oh, and my in-game hubby. He too wants me to stay. There's a mixed bag of stay as an R4, do the diplomat, just learn from the mistakes that I supposedly made, but we'll talk about that another day. And then, yeah, I was like, okay, I'll think about it. And, I asked VK, can I have a few days to think about it? And he's like, yeah. And so I'm still technically R4. I'm still technically diplomat. And we had a possible diplomatic situation happen at Dark 30 last night. And so, because of the new way things roll and run on AOH terms now, I needed to get backup, get other people involved, also cover our butts in case something happens. So it was a whole ordeal, but it was like the universe goes, oh, you want to quit? That's funny. Here, have a little situation on your hands that you need to figure out before you leave. Because I'm the one that got called out for it, because the person that is involved in the story had talked to me. So all she knew was our alliance and me, because we had communicated. And so, yeah, it's been a roller coaster of a day yesterday. But yeah, I had officially quit. I had sent my notice, done that stuff. I just hadn't officially done it in game. I had done it outside of game. And then everyone that was supportive and like, okay, we support you, this is what you need to do, when I went to log on at reset, was like, we thought about it and we'd like for you to stay. You can change what you're doing so you have more time to do whatever it is you need to do for the business, and you can get the little distance that you need for the diplomat stuff. Or you can stay diplomat and do diplomat things that I do enjoy, but try this new system out some more. So I really have some thinking to do. So unfortunately, part 2 is part 2, and I have no answer, but I know that you guys are probably going, oh shit, she quit. She really quit. I really quit. There were emails. I have email copies. I have, screenshots of conversations. I quit. But the universe and my loving AOH family said, bitch, please, sit your ass down. So I sat down, took some notes, and apparently we're going to think about this for a few days and see if I can step back, step away, or need to leave. There's some options, and there's the option of staying as an R4. I like what I do. I like the people that I am R4s with. They seem really nice. I don't know them all that well like I knew the last bunch, but time is still young, so I don't know. And then I can try this new way of doing things and see if It does help alleviate some of, as VK calls it, the red dots. And it's really not the red dots. And the red dots are all the notifications. That's how our game notifies us about things. And so, yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't know, because the other option is to step down and not be involved in everything and just be a player again. Part of me says yes, I probably could do that. Part of me says no, because I would want to still know all the details of things. Like before I was diplomat, I was a regular player, and I was fine with that. I was fine not knowing things. I was fine not being involved in things. I was fine being, a low man on the totem pole. This time around, I know what happens behind the curtain. So my curiosity side of my brain, which, as we know, is a huge part of who I am, says, well, what if? And my other side of my brain goes, no, we're not playing the what if game. And the other side goes, oh, but no, seriously, what if? And then starts listing off what ifs. And that's kind of what's happening in my brain with that one, because could I handle situations and quote unquote decisions without knowing why the decisions were made? I don't know if I can. Just because of that curiosity side of me. But yeah, and then there's always the option of going to another alliance but staying in the game. I would probably go to either UVA or OOP if they would accept me. So yeah, I don't know what to do. Or I can leave, like I had originally done already once. So there's options. And normally I'm a girl who loves options. Like, I can't have one flavor of chips. I have to have, multitude of flavors of chips. I can't just have one flavor of water. I have to have multitude of flavors of water. I have to have options to feel, I don't know what I feel when I have options or versus when I don't. Other than I feel calmer when there's options than I do when there's not. Explain that to me, somebody, in the comments. No, seriously, explain why I am that way. I'm very curious. But, so yeah, your girl quit. Your girl then had 3 friends and an in-game hubby asked to stay in the game in one way, shape, form, or another. And now there are options, and I want to make the decision for me, not because I feel an obligation to them. And as much as I was getting tired of the game, and as much as I was feeling overwhelmed by the game, at the same point, I don't know how I would feel not having the community around that is in the game. And that's part of what makes these games fun, is the community that you build. And I've been building this community for 6-7 months now. So it's an active part of my life. Like, I'm on the game several times a day, even if it's just on there to clear my hospital so I don't ever have to worry about any of that, or to check on buildings that could be almost done, or timers that are almost done for anything. And so I don't know. But I do that, and then every night to relax before bed, I will get on and at reset, which is 8 p.m. my time, and do what we call dailies and talk and get caught up on messages and those red dots everywhere. I think half the fun is getting rid of the red dots, because then I feel accomplished and I'm like, look at me go, I did it, and it only took me X amount of time. Sometimes I do race myself to see how fast I can get through all the red dots and do it like legitimately, not just click it so it resets itself, but like click it, do the activity within the red dot, finish the red dot, not half-ass it. And so, yeah, that's half the fun of it. And, I need to figure out if I'm going to miss that, or if I really am over it. And so, but it's been such a roller coaster that I'm not sleeping well. I had ER visit, I had recovery time from that, and, I don't know. I just honestly, truly don't know. And yeah, so there will be a part 3 to this, because we're at 17 minutes already, and I still have no idea what I'm going to do. So yeah, this is a little mini series. Welcome aboard. Buckle up, get your little juice box. We're gonna be in for a bumpy fucking ride. And we'll find out if it's fun or not, because that is part of it. Yes, I need to do more stuff for the business. Yes, I need to do more stuff for me. Yes, I need to put myself first more than I have been the last 7 months. Those are all true. Those are still all valid. But am I going to miss what I'm giving up? Is the next question that is being asked for me to consider. And I am trying to figure out the answer. So if you have any suggestions, if you have anything, angles, lenses, whatever you want to call them, chairs, whatever viewpoints, if you have one that you think I should take into consideration, leave it in the comments, because I really seriously could use some advice on this. I don't know what to do. I know I have to do what makes me happy, but I think I need to figure out what that is. But till then, I'm going to be me and be the best me that I can be, which is currently a diplomat. So, yeah, welcome aboard to Diplomat Part 2. We had a little bumpy, pocket of turbulence, but we're going to try to coast to the airport. Whether the airport is currently a end of the road airport or a temporary stop to a new destination, or just a simple refuel and we'll continue our journey as planned kind of thing. Why did I just do a whole analogy on airports? Oh, because I call my brain an airport, that's why. I have lots of thoughts in my head right now, so I always joke that the airport's full and that mission control, which is my brain, is trying to land 15 planes while 14 of them are circling the sky going, what about me? 3 of them are playing country music, which you know how I feel. If you don't, we gotta talk. I like country music. Okay, let's rephrase this. I like certain country songs. country music as a genre, I have no problem with. I don't enjoy it as much as I enjoy, like, pop. So it's not that I dislike it, not that I hate it, not that I never listen to it. I own country songs. I have some of them on my current playlists. They're a mix of, like, country with a hip-hop kind of beat to it, or, like a Marshmello and Kane Brown mix for Miles on it. That kind of thing. Or when Nelly did with, I think it was Florida Georgia Line, maybe. They did a song together too. Those kinds of country stuff I enjoy. But country for the sake of country, it's been a long time. Like, I used to listen to Alison Krauss, which I know is, I think, more bluegrass is what she's labeled as. I don't remember. But yeah, she used to be one of my favorite artists, along with Martina McBride. So if that tells you the time frame of country music I listen to, yeah. So those I can handle. The newer stuff, it depends on what it is and who's involved in it, and how I got introduced to it also helps. So, yeah. Leave me comments. Tell me your opinions. Give me thoughts to think about. I want to know them. I want to hear them. Until next time, I love you, you gremlins. Stay weird.